I'm making this video today because we often have people concerned when they can feel a discomfort in their back. So I guess the analogy or the comparison I like to use here is if I were to do a whole bunch of bicep curls, there's a clue in the name here. Obviously the biceps are going to be working hard. Now, the gym is all to do with creating discomfort. We do want to stress the joints and the muscles to a point where we can deal with said stress. So right now, these aren't too bad. They're not too difficult, but I'm increasing the stress as I go. It's accumulating, I'm fatiguing, and it's getting more and more uncomfortable. But I want to, like I said, be within a range that I'm able to do that in to a point where, okay, this is enough, I'm knackered sort of thing, so that I can adapt. That's what we're doing in the gym. So by the end of my set in my bicep curls, that feeling in the biceps is going to get more and more uncomfortable to a point where, oh God, I've got to put them down. So if I were to compare that, let's go into some RDLs. Well, what's moving? We've got a slight bend in the knees, but mostly it's about the hips. The back is locked in straight. I'm aiming for that neutral back, but my back is taking the brunt of the movement. If I've got a weight out here, what's supporting me in this position? Well, a lot of it is going to be your back. So of course our back is working. So the more I carry on with, well, it's the same story. My biceps increased, accumulated in fatigue. That's now what's happening, at other muscle groups as well, but my back certainly. So people start to be concerned about their back. I very rarely find people are particularly concerned after doing a lot of bicep curls about their biceps. So my conversation then often leads into, well, we do need to differentiate between the discomfort we're looking for, that stress we're wanting to put into the joint, as well as obviously the muscle, which is giving us most of the feedback, so that we can get a training adaptation that we desire, versus pain, which we don't want to kind of creep into if there's the potential, there's the risk of injury or having pain that is, simply unnecessary. So when someone says this to me in the gym and they go, whoa, I've just done RDLs in my back. Oh, okay, well, that makes sense. Your back is working. How can you describe what you're feeling in your back to me? What words come to mind? If someone kind of says, maybe a deep burning sensation, an ache, almost like full of blood, these descriptors don't really concern me. These sound like my bicep curl kind of comparison in that, it's worked hard. Blood is being pumped there. It should be aching. It should be kind of like that deep burning sensation that we find towards the end of a set that we've worked hard in, whether it's bicep curls, whether it's RDLs, whether it's another movement you want to name. If they start describing things such as like pins and needles, numbness, sharp pains, stabbing pains, burning, but not in the kind of deep, effortful, like the bicep curl type of burning, but a literally kind of on fire type of burn. These sort of descriptors are going to not necessarily ring alarm bells, but hey, it's going to be concerning. That's the sort of pains we don't really want to go down the route of. That doesn't sound like, hey, that's effortful muscle pain. That's pain that are not good things. So that's often what I ask people when they say these sorts of things. Well, what sort of pain is it? And they give me the descriptors of, it's clearly muscle ache. Well, then we carry on. It's nothing to be concerned about. But I do explain, probably in maybe more words and waffle on a bit too much, and that's probably what I'm doing now. But anyway, the point being is I will explain in those terms and get people to say, hey, sit with that feeling. It is okay. So if you were to look at a diagram, which I'm going to magically put up somewhere in this video, at the back, it is absolutely surrounded by musculature. By doing things like RDLs, creating that ache in the back that we are looking for, like with our bicep curls in the biceps, we want that adaptation happening to that big set of muscles that surround our spine so that our spine is supported. And it's consoling yourself with, hey, this is what I am looking for. This is what my back is looking for. Society doesn't give the credence that the back in general, in itself, deserves in terms of strength and resilience. So, the conclusion to this video is don't worry so much about your back. It is strong. You should be feeling it in your back, doing certain exercises like the RDL, even though, of course, your glutes and your hamstrings are doing the work. Sometimes some people feel it more in their back than those other muscle groups. Does that mean they're doing it wrong? Not necessarily. So hopefully some of that has made sense and I haven't waffled too much. But that is, everything I often talk about when people say, hey, should I be worried about my back?